Good morning, podcasters. There's a new social media platform in town, and I kind of like it. Hello, podcasting friends. Thank you for joining me on today's episode of Good Morning Podcasters. My apologies for the lack of a third episode last week. Work was extra worky last week, and that comes first. Thank you for understanding. One of my favorite pastimes is testing out new social media platforms. It reminds me a lot of the early 2000s. And with last year's purchase of Twitter by Elon Musk and some of the decisions made under his new leadership, there have been a plethora of new social media platforms rising to the surface. We've seen Mastodon, Post News, Hive, and probably a lot more that I have not even heard of yet. But one that I have been the most excited about is called Spoutable. Spoutable is a startup social media platform from a group called Sentinel. Sentinel is a social media analysis tool that was designed to detect and track potentially harmful and malicious social media accounts, including those associated with bots, trolls, fake news, propaganda, things like that. And like ChatGPT, it uses machine learning algorithms to analyze user behavior, and then it flags accounts that exhibit suspicious patterns, such as automated posting, retweeting, and following. Bot Sentinel has been used to monitor accounts on Twitter by assigning a Bot Sentinel score to each account, which then indicates the likelihood that the account you're interacting with is either a bot or a troll. It's pretty good for determining if you're getting into a Twitter fight with a robot, which can be exhausting and maybe embarrassing, but it could also be cathartic, right? On February 1st of 2023, Spoutable opened its platform to the public. I must have missed the email because I was signed up to be an early adopter, but maybe they're just trying to ease people in. But over the weekend, I saw that Danny Brown signed up for Spoutable, and so I jumped in right away as well. When you get in there, you'll see that the platform is very Twitter-like and will be very familiar to you if you're already a Twitter user. Instead of tweeting, you send spouts, or spout off, as they call it. Retweets are called echoes, quote tweets are called quote spouts, and likes are called likes. The content on Spoutable is short form, just like Twitter. You get 300 characters per spout. You're able to edit your spouts once within 7 minutes of posting. Oh, and there's no algorithm. It's like the olden days of social media where content flows chronologically. Some people are raving about that. I actually think it might lead to some old school spam tactics, but we'll see how it goes. One thing that is enjoyable about Spoutable is that it shows an account's Bot Sentinel score on each spout. So if users do start abusing the chronological timeline, that program might nick them for being a bot. You can, however, go to the Making Waves section in the menu and see what is trending. Spoutable definitely has more transparency features than Twitter. For instance, there's a little trash can icon on each spout, and if an author deletes some replies to their spout, it will show you how many replies that author has deleted. There is currently no Spoutable app. If you're using Safari on an iPhone, you can create a shortcut app. It works really well in browser at the moment, but they promise that Android and Apple apps are coming soon. Spoutable is also missing some other things like lists and the ability to upload videos, but that's just because it's still in the early phase of the platform, and those will be here soon, I'm sure. Time will only tell if Spoutable takes off. It will also only tell if I continue to use the platform, but it's fun at the moment, and so is Post News and Hive and Mastodon. One thing I've always recommended to people is that when a new social media platform comes out, even if you're not planning on using it all that often, you should pick up your appropriate handles for the brands that you manage early on with these platforms. So even if you don't plan on using it, you might want to go get your podcast handle or your personal handle just to make sure that nobody else picks that up in case Spoutable blows up and, you don't want somebody squatting on your name. If you'd like to check out my account and follow me on Spoutable, my handle is @FuzzMartin. You can also go to spoutable.com/FuzzMartin to see that. And that will do it for today's episode of Good Morning Podcasters. Do me a favor while you're here. Please click on the follow button in your podcast player. New episodes of Good Morning Podcasters come out every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and you can find all of the episodes at goodmorningpod.com. Thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you again on Wednesday, right here on Good Morning Podcasters.